Welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. All In with CSN live here from our studio here about a mile away from Death Valley as the crow flies. Got some big news, breaking news all over the place. Guys, get on board with us tonight. You got questions, be sure to ask them. We're going to be on board here talking for quite a bit. Lots of stuff went down. I think the news that we all want to talk about that happened first, breaking news within the last 2 hours, TJ Moore has re-signed with Clemson to come back and play next year. So he's come to terms with Clemson. They came to a new agreement. It's college football 2026, y'all. So when you hear me say they came to terms, you know, I know it sounds like it's a professional contract. Well, it pretty much is. These guys are being paid to play. So without saying that, pretty much, that's what it is. So TJ Moore coming back to Tiger Town. I'll tell you what that means. That means that you can pretty much count on Brian Wesco coming back. I think that's a done deal too. I think we'll probably get something from him in the next 24 hours. Could be as early as this evening. Who knows? Before we get off this show, I'll be checking my my sources and my feeds here as we get it going. But big news: TJ Moore back as a Tiger. More breaking news: a portal commitment just today. The Tigers pick up Penn State cornerback. Quite a what's the word I want to use? Impressive resume, a small but impressive resume. Didn't allow a touchdown pass the entire season. Has ties with Tom Allen, and I want to welcome to Clemson Elliott Washington II as he has committed to Clemson. 3-4 star guy, however you want to look at him. We broke that out this afternoon. It's been about 7 hours now since he committed. Several other guys on campus. But with Elliott, you got a guy you can plug on the other side of the field with Ashton Hampton right now. He's literally a day starter. So you've got your two cornerbacks now. That's the kind of guy you're going to get. That's what the portal's going to get you. The portal's going to get you guys who are going to come in and absolutely be studs, or have already been proven. That's the kind of guys I think they're going to be going after. So your first commitment from the portal 2026 is in the books. Elliott Washington from Penn State. So you got your cornerback in there. Like I said, that's two pieces of breaking news. Number 3, it's not really breaking news. It broke over the weekend. We kind of jumped on it too when it came out. Chad Morris has been rehired as Clemson's offensive coordinator, returning after his first stint, which was 2011 to 2015. His offense set records upon records. He averaged like 428 yards a game, 36 points a game for the entirety of his time at Clemson, over 50-something odd games. Great innovator. People like to always talk about bubble screens and Chad Morris. Guys, it wasn't like that. Chad Morris scored the football. That football was always moving on offense, and they ran the ball just as much as they threw it. I mean, I posted on our Facebook feed on Friday, his last game was against South Carolina. It was the game where Deshaun Watson was playing on one leg. Okay? Remember, he only had Deshaun Watson for a part of the season because he got hurt. At first, they didn't start him, and then they started him, and then he got hurt at the Georgia Tech game. So then you didn't have him for half the season. So you only had him for a broken up year between him and Cole Stout. But I want to tell you now, here's what I told everybody. Imagine his offense, which was his offense. Because what Tony Elliott and Jeff Scott did was learn under Chad Morris, and they just took his offense and used it. That was his offense being used the entire time. Clemson was out there winning championships, going to national championships, and winning playoff games. That was his offense with a little bit extra here and there. But that was what it was. Everybody will tell you that. Jeff Scott will tell you that. Everybody. Okay? I also posted a thing where Jeff Scott's, applauding the whole Chad Morris hire in a post that he put out. We put that out there for you. But yeah, man, just a lot going on. Again, the Chad Morris hire, he got $1.25 million today. He was confirmed. The board of trustees met and confirmed his salary. We got the release from Clemson. We put it out. It's on our website at clemsonsportsnews.com. You can find it also. I think I posted his comments and his thoughts on all everything onto the Facebook page and onto our Twitter and everything. But I mean, honest with you guys, a lot of people out there are shaking their heads and I think they're forgetting that this guy, if he had the roster that they had, if they put it this way, Morris left because he got a head coaching job, SMU. They came running at him and throwing money at him, and at the time his name was hot. Why was it hot? Because for 3 straight years with Clemson, they were racking up points, yards, and making his quarterback look $1 million. Josh Boyd's a buddy of mine, a good friend. Broke bread with the man. Josh was hot garbage his first year at Clemson. You know, he showed up in that bowl game against USF and played a few quarters there, and there's a reason why he didn't play much his freshman year. He wasn't that good. And when Morris first got the job right after that, Taj was his quarterback. And it took a minute. Spring was hard for him, and he couldn't grasp it. But man, eventually Taj Boyd became a ACC record-breaking quarterback, throwing 38 touchdowns in a season. Holds the Clemson record for most yards, in like 13,000 or something like that. He's crazy. Also one of the ACC tops in that. Touchdowns like at 90. It was just the ball was flying everywhere. And back then it was Martavis Bryant, Nuke Hopkins, Sammy Watkins. You had Andre Ellington in the background, Hot Rod McDowell. Now imagine if Chad Morris had T. Higgins, Martavis Scott, Jordan Leggett, Travis Etienne, Trevor Lawrence. Okay? Mike Williams. Imagine if he had those guys. Holy mackerel. What the points they could have scored. But they were doing that with guys that he taught that offense to. That was his offense, scoring all those points back then. So you can attribute all of the Clemson offensive success to me to his tree of coaching that kind of pushed its way down, because it's kind of become the Clemson offense. And we got away from it with Garrett Riley. Riley was just, I'm just going to be honest with you guys, he wasn't the cat he wasn't the cat we thought he was. You know, he fooled all of us. And it's a, hey, Kevron, cool, man. Yeah, how you like that old Al Bundy? The old Al Bundy shirt on today. You like that? Man, I love Big Al. He's one of my favorites. I love that show. But you guys get in here on the thread, man. Give me your questions. I'm going to type it up here right now. Give me your questions, guys. If you got questions about what's going on, I'll give you my best idea and thought. We got our own ideas and thoughts, and we have a lot of resources. That's why we do what we do. But yeah, man, I'm blown away. And right now, guys, we just had yesterday was move-in day. So all the freshmen, 2026 class, they're on campus pretty much. Tate Reynolds, Naheem Burrows, all those cats, man, they're here. Chance Barkley. You talk about a dude. That's a dude. All right. There's some guys in this freshman class that are going to play. Polo Anderson's going to play this year. You're going to see Naheem Burrows play this year. Probably going to see Gordon Sellers play this year. You're probably going to see Tate Reynolds get a couple snaps here and there from this year, I hope. That guy's got a lot of talent. You guys ain't scouted Tate Reynolds, the quarterback. Now, he got hurt here during the senior high school season. He kind of sat out most of it. But, man, I'll tell you, Tate Reynolds is nothing to be shaking a stick at. That dude is a baller. Watch him. He is not scared to pull it down and run with it. And when he does, he runs over people. He's got quads the size of tree trunks for a young man, 18 years old. But, yeah. And Naheem Burrows, they call him the Dream, the wide receiver. He's the closest thing to Sammy Watkins we got in a long time at wide receiver. This guy is a playmaker. He even yesterday, I saw a quote. He was on I don't know where he got filmed. I think probably the Clemson Athletic Department was filming him as they were moving in. And he said something about, yeah, Clemson fans, every time I hit the field, I want to put on a show. How many times, when was the last time we heard Tiger talk with that kind of swag, walking into the door? Hadn't even been on the field yet, just walking in, moving his stuff in. But yeah, dude, lots of fun things to think about. I know a lot of people are a little disappointed with what's going on with the quarterback. I see right there, what are we going to do about a quarterback? Well, right now, guys, it doesn't look like they're going to be putting anybody in. I mean, again, there's still the talk about Aiden Childs, who might still show up. Now, here's the deal. If you got an Aiden Childs out of Michigan State and he got in there and he caused more competition, which would make each and everybody around him better, that's a great thing. And to have that experience around as well in case somebody got hurt or if he won the job, good for us. But again, we just got to see what happens with the rest of the quarterbacks. I've heard some possible movement, there. I don't know. But I did see Christopher Rosino posting today happily about some of the things going on. But as far as a portal guy, if there was one to look at, still to think about would be Aiden Childs. If they go with that route, they still might. You still might go that route. You got a little bit of a short in the quarterback room. You got to replace Cade Klubnik with somebody. Okay, and you're a freshman. You got two quarterbacks in this class. Let's not forget about Brock Bradley. Okay, the kid out of Alabama. He really had a great senior year. Reminds me a lot of Chandler Morris. Reminds me a whole heck of a lot of Chandler Morris. Okay, and let me tell you that right now. There's a name to think about. Chandler Morris has petitioned the NCAA for a 7th year. Okay, I just saw where Virginia's got their hands on quarterbacks in the portal coming to visit. There might be a chance if Chandler Morris gets it granted a 7th year, he might be coming to Clemson to play for his pop. And that would be in a really great situation for Clemson and everything. Because, you got that quarterback money. The money you spent on Cade Klubnik is now available. So if it's available, spend it on somebody. You ain't just going to give it all to Vizina and Denson. Because, they were getting something last year already. So if they were already getting something, you're going to give them a bump up. But it's got to be performance related. You just can't give them money on, hey, guys, we expect you to hit these numbers, so we're going to go ahead and pay you out front for it. I'm not giving Christopher Vizina $2.5 million like you did Cade Klubnik. He's going to get $750, and it's going to be performance-based from that point. You hit these marks, you get more. That's how that works, even though you're not supposed to do that. I don't know how this is going to shake out. Man, I would not want Kevin Kelly, the Clemson player rep's job. I would not want it for anything. I wouldn't want it for anything. The guy's got a heck of a job. Hey, guys, let's talk about while we're here. Ingles, you see the name right up here above me? Right there, Ingles. Low prices, love the savings. Ingles. They're the main reason we're here. Our title sponsor for going on 8 years now. Vincent Ford over there in Easley, South Carolina. Mr. David Crow, general manager, and that bunch over there. Want to say hey to them. They've been around with us for about 7 years too. And we got the guys over at Oakway Tractor and in the bunch in Oakway out there, right there in Seneca on 123, right past the Walmart and Home Depot and all that stuff on the right there. Oakway Tractor. And then you got J.W. Martin Real Estate. My buddy Joey Martin, one of my bubbas. He's also our co-host on our shows when we take them on site. Joey, his offices are located on 123, and he's got an office in Clemson. J.W. Martin Real Estate, man, just top notch all the way around. Great people, everything. Joey's also got his own podcast it's a business podcast. It's really cool. Check it out. J.W. Martin Real Estate. And tonight, I mentioned my boy Ryan down there at Stoner's Pizza Joint in Clemson. Okay, now we used to do this on Fridays, but now we're doing it today because we do a different thing on Friday now. Okay, here we go. Today's Stoner's Joint sent us over for Monday. They sent us over some wings. Now I'm going to show them to you, but I'm not going to eat them just yet. I'm going to wait and eat these after the show. But look at that. Look at that juicy looking drumstick right there. Are you seeing that, folks? There's a Stoner's Pizza Joint in Clemson. It's my husky Jake is just staring at it right now. He's trying to jump up and grab it. That's available there right now. Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna dive into those after we get done here on the show. Now here's my dessert. They make these amazing cookies. I want you to watch this. I'm gonna break this for you in half. Okay, watch. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Soft, chewy, huge. Oh, amazing. Rich is the word. But that's Stoner's Pizza Joint in Clemson. Appreciate those guys, and we will be stopping by there again every Monday. We're in studio. They'll be sending over stuff for us to taste. Today it was wings, amazing. Oh gosh, give them 11s all the way around. But Miss Erica, the marketing director there, but she reached out to us about 2 years ago. And we've had those folks over here for about 2 years now. So thanks to the guys at Stoner's Pizza Joint. Guys, again, I see again. What are we doing about quarterback? Well, I kind of answered that question. Chris Denton. I guess you mean Chris Denson. All in. Is he? We don't know. Does he get offers from somebody after 4 plays all season? You tell me. I don't think he's going to be hitting the portal after 4 plays. He needs a little bit more film than that to show people what he was. Because I'm going to tell you right now, anybody that goes out and offers him on 4 plays is kind of foolish. We don't know. Don't let us all fool ourselves because we don't know what Chris Denson is all about just yet. I saw a kid that needed about 25 pounds on him, and I'm talking serious. Mama, feed him those sandwiches. Don't let him. Make him eat the crust, okay? Because he needs to wait. And I was impressed when I saw that. But again, it was Furman. It was the fourth quarter. And yeah, athleticism's there. He threw 4 passes and they were all sideways. Let's see when he has to read a defense and drive that ball down the middle in the middle of a game in like an LSU. So, but hey, I'm not downplaying the kid. I think he's a great talent. I think he's got an upside. I think he could be something special, very special, with that athleticism and the ability to grow inside of this offense. But he's got to grow. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think our quarterback play over the last couple of years has not just been bad, it's been atrocious at times. To see Cade regress from 1 year and almost 50% production rate as far as his touchdowns and yardage and everything, man, it was just bad to watch. And you got to blame that on the quarterback coaching. So now you got Chad Morris in there who's responsible for literally taking a guy and molding him from mud and shining him to a little piece of gold, being Taj Boyd. I'm telling you, Taj Boyd was not going to the NFL if Billy Napier stuck around for 4 years coaching. Okay? What happened? Josh probably wouldn't even made it to 4 years as a starter. He probably lost his job. But because Chad Morris got his hands on him, he turned that guy into who he was. And Taj will tell you that. Everybody around him will tell you that. We got a good quarterback coach in here as an offensive coordinator now, where I think you didn't have one before. I don't think he was ever a really good quarterback coach, being Garrett Riley. Okay? So, I mean, you guys tell me. I put out a couple a post on our social media asking people what they thought about the Chad Morris hire, about if we need a quarterback or not. I mean, I'm in the yes camp, because you just can't let one guy go and not fill it. But you did get 2 in the recruiting. You got Bradley and you got the kid out of Arizona. So you got 2. Okay, so you got 4 guys right there, and then you got Danny Pierman's kid Trent, who's still on the staff. He's still here. So that's 5 quarterbacks on the roster. Could you get another one? Yeah. Can you afford another one? Oh, yeah. Clemson's got the money. They're just being cheap. That or Christopher Zena's doing stuff. Because, again, back when Tommy Bowden was here, I could go to practice anytime I wanted to and sit there for as long as I wanted to and watch it all day long. He didn't give a poop. But ever since Dabo's been here, I don't get to go to practice unless it's the 45 minutes they allow us to get in there. And usually in 45 minutes, we get to see them do calisthenics and do position groups. And by the time we get told it's time to go, we don't get to see any scrimmaging. Okay? So we don't get to see the one-on-ones and the good 8-on-8 stuff that they do there, and the head-on-head, full-on scrimmaging when they do good on good. So we can't tell you how these guys are developing behind the scenes, where I could before, back in the day. In the last 15 years since Dabo's been there, it ain't happening, brother. I have to guess. And I guess by my sources. And I do have sources that are on that campus and on that practice field. And they come in the forms of all kinds of people, but I ain't going to tell you who they are. But so, and again, you go back to his high school film, he was to me, he was a guy. He was a guy, Hey there, Joey. I see, did you make it back from Aruba? Okay, Joey? You hearing me? I see you talking. He's quick as lightning fast, but he can read the field. But can he read the field? Exactly what I was saying. A lot of questions to be answered there. Nice to have a running threat from a quarterback. Agreed. And I was just going to get to it. Is Christopher Zena the running threat that he was in high school? Because I didn't see it in Garrett Riley's offense. And that's one thing Chad Morris requires his quarterbacks to do is run the football. You got to be an option. You have to be a weapon, because what you are is you make the defense think, hey, we can't forget about him now. Because then the read option becomes a weapon. If your quarterback is running a read option and he's no threat to run, okay, defensive end squat on the end there. We'll kill the quarterback. Game over. That's what happens, But hey, yeah, Joey's over here from JW Martin Real Estate. He said, yeah, he made it back safe from Aruba. He took his better half to Aruba. They've been down there catching the sun. I was wondering about you, Joey, with all that stuff going on with the airlines down there. And I hope old Trump didn't have somebody come by there and get you. But yeah, a great game. A great day today with a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I couldn't be happier to see TJ Moore again. I think that's the best news of the day is TJ Moore. The commit from the quarterback out of Penn State's a great deal. Again, the Tom Allen connection there probably brought that one home. There's a list of guys on campus right now. Let me tell you right now. Today on campus, I just posted on our Facebook page. Matai Togai, I'm guessing that's right, linebacker out of Southern Cal, the real USC. He's on campus right now. Courtney Kelly, defensive tackle from West Georgia. He's on campus right now. And Jerome Carter, another defensive back from Old Dominion, a safety, he's on campus right now. And offensive tackle Johnny Brown from Georgia Southern, he's on campus right now. So right now there's four guys on campus, and there could be a couple we don't know about. Because again, no one is sending us a list, okay? We're having to do this by deep diving into social media and just going for targets and just following them around, see what's going on. And we got some connections here and there with moms and dads and uncles and aunts and all that good stuff. So this is what we got for you, okay? Now, if you also go on there, thanks to an ex-player, okay? What's his name? He had posted a couple graphs, and he's got an ongoing graph that we've been posting. He's an ex-walk-on. What is his name? Let me go back here and find it for you guys. But you got to go check it out. It's on our social media, okay? There's an ex-player. He gave us a couple of graphs. What was his? I'll get his name. Great stuff I found on social media with him, and so I started following him, and he's saving us some trouble. William Cockle is his name, William Cockle. But we've been posting these little spreadsheet-looking deals that shows you who's on campus. Right now, we've got the one that shows Elliott Washington has committed, but it shows you the players that we are looking at, considering visit dates, all that stuff. Even got their ratings and their star ratings and all that stuff. But in that star rating stuff, I wouldn't pay any attention to it, guys. These guys are already in college football. It's kind of hard to go back to their high school ratings and decide what they are now. A lot of these guys have stepped up and are above, or if they stepped below what they were before. So just scrap all those ratings. Don't even worry about that stuff. But yeah, man, great day here. About to go over here, like I said, and munch into these wings from Stoner's Pizza Joint Clemson, and grab that cookie afterwards for dessert. And my husky Jake, he's sitting right here at my feet. He has not left my feet since I sat down, because he knows above him is the plate of wings. He thinks he's going to get some, and he will. And so will his buddy Simon, the little American Eskimo. He's sitting over there too, laying off to the side. So they always follow me around. They're my shadows, little white shadows. But hey, guys, listen, basketball, Brad Brownell and the guys are going to be in town on Wednesday. We got our staff already set up. I got the credentials for them today. Got a photographer is going to be down there, Mason, and Jackson, our reporter, will be down there. They'll be covering the game against the 25th ranked SMU Mustangs. Kind of funny. See SMU ranked ahead of us before we are. I think Brad Brownell's got a heck of a basketball team. You know, they're 10-0 in the last 10 ACC road games. Think about that as Clemson fans. We were lucky if we win a road game in the ACC back in the day, even with a good team. Remember that? You remember how hard it was to win the ACC on the road against anybody? I mean, no matter where you were. We're 10-0 over the last 10 trips on ACC courts. That is some good stuff. Now, Brad Brownell has turned into the man. I'm just going to tell you guys, the man. I mean, I love watching him coach. Again, I can't get over the inbound stuff that went down at Syracuse last week. I mean, everything he was doing was working. But great stuff there. The girls just came back from winning another ACC game. They got another one. Sean Poppy and the bunch went down to Miami and smoked them. Got them good. Okay. Gymnastics had their first match against Towson State. Won that. There is a updated top 20 right now, which is kind of weird because it's abbreviated, because only so many teams have already had matches, but they're already up to number 4 in the country. Good stuff, man. Kids are back on campus. I think it's on Wednesday night, and they got their first class back on Thursday. But we've got kids coming already. Like my interns and stuff are already showing back up. Like Jackson, my one intern, kid lives in Amsterdam. He comes to Clemson from Amsterdam. How about that, huh? He'll be down there on Wednesday covering the game, getting information to us. He's going to write a wrap up for us. He's going to go cover the Brad Brownell press conference, the player press conferences. Our buddy Mason is going to be there taking photos. Mason Phillips, I think that's my buddy's name over there. He's from Pendleton. Great stuff, guys. Listen, we'll be back on Friday. And I'll be honest with you, between now and Friday, I expect to come back with so much that I'll be on here for an hour on Friday night. There's going to be a lot to talk about Friday night, because between now and then, I expect a lot of guys to come back and say they're back and confirm it. Okay. We lost a lot over the last couple of days. Losing Stephon Green was big. That was not one that I wanted to see. That was big. You got to replace that somehow, somewhere. You can't lose anybody else in the defensive line. And all in for Clemson, Morris loves the pistol and no huddle offense. More plays equals more opportunities, more mentality, score mentality. What's good for you? Hey, I'm 100,000% in agreement. All in for Clemson. Let me tell you something. That no huddle offense, let me tell you when Cade Klubnik was his best. We'll go back to the Texas game. We'll go back to any game this year you want to go back to. When they're in the no huddle or in hurry up, that's when Cade Klubnik was just absolutely precision. They didn't have to think. It was go, 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 go. No options. I got this, go, go, go. And it kept the defenses on their heels. Man, when they were huddling, doing this right here, huddling up, I would get so angry at Garrett Morris. Why are you huddling up on a team that you need to be running on? You don't have a team built to play possession football. This isn't the NFL. You got to keep them on their heels. That's part of the game. You ain't got, if you can't outman them, you can't out Jimmy and Joe them, you better out X and O them. And that didn't happen this year. But it will happen with Mr. Morris, because Mr. Morris, that scoring mentality that Mr. All In for Clemson points out right here, that's exactly what's coming down the pipe. Because that guy likes to drive the ball down and score. Guys, you don't remember the first time Sammy Watkins caught a football in Clemson? How many times did you see him take a slant for a touchdown? Remember the one against Georgia? First game of the year, top 10 matchup. Boom, slant. Hits a safety in the head, bounces off of him, gone. Nobody can catch him. Auburn game of next year, same thing. Beautiful, gorgeous pass to Sammy Watkins right down the slant. And then another one over the top. That's the kind of thing that he did. The balls were flying all over the field with Morris. Everybody keeps talking bubble screen. That's a setup play. That's a setup play. That makes your defensive backs draw in and want to play press coverage on you. Oh, well, I got a bubble screen coming. And all of a sudden, the double move. And you got a big dude like freaking DeAndre Hopkins who can take his big hand and squat you to the left and run past you, and boom, it's a touchdown. That's how you do that. You set them up. You get them creeping up, waiting. And there they are. They're waiting. Oh, I got you, man. You do run that bubble screen. I'm going to bust it up, man. I'm right here on you. And all of a sudden, he's by you. And there's a touchdown. Boy, Taj Boyd used to eat him up with that stuff. That little shoulder fake, a little shoulder dip, like he's going to do it, almost like a double, like a pump. And you do a shoulder dip. Boy, get him every time. So get ready. It's going to be fun to watch. Now, I think that both Vizina and Denson will be nothing but better because of it. Any more questions, guys, before I get off of here? A great one, All In for Clemson, great comment. You guys jump on there, talk to each other. That's what this social media, that's what the Clemson Sports News Facebook page is all about, man. It's busy. We did 500,000 of you guys on that page just yesterday. I guarantee when I check the numbers at midnight, they'll be at 500,000 for the day. We've been crushing it because why? So much is going on, and we're here to report on it. And believe me, I've got it pushed on every thread as fast as I can get it out, as soon as I can get it out, okay? So stick with us, follow us, share us, like us, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys again on Friday. Until then, again, new Tigers are in town. The portal visitors are in town. We got commits. We got guys signing back up. I expect more of all that to keep going on all week. And just keep checking on our streams here. We got you there, okay? Jacob Bryant, right now, who our starting quarterback, if we were to play today, it's number 17. You got to go with that guy because he's the one guy that I think that knows has been around for 3 years. But again, ask me that question August 1st, okay? When we start first fall practice, after spring practice is done, ask me that same question on 8-1. Believe me, stick with us. We're going to keep covering this stuff, guys. And like I told everybody earlier, Jacob, if you didn't hear us, I don't think they're completely out of that quarterback race yet. There's still some guys. You need a guy in there that can push these guys. Somebody's got to get in that quarterback room that can push, and create competition. And you don't have that right now because none of those guys have started. None of those guys have gotten anything on their. Nobody's got anything on the other guy. Okay, so listen. Again, basketball Wednesday, SMU. We'll cover all week long, all this recruiting, the portal, the guys that are coming back, everything. It's all going to happen. You're going to see a lot of big stuff. I think in the next 24 hours, some big news is going to break on Brian Wesco. Okay, stay tuned for that and more. Okay, but until then, guys.